It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. We're just 2 steps away from the Super Bowl, and we're underway in this NFC Divisional matchup. Has this at the 6. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We'll pause after that first snap of the game. Gonna need to adjust their game plan because that is their running back who's hurt and getting some help. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw now. It's Ritter. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. It's Jalen Johnson on the interception. And the Bears are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down. Here's Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Barner's got it. Complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Ritter looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Ritter to throw. He's throwing deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks get it down to a single point. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Out of the pistol, Williams escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they have that one contained right at the line. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. They've got a man in motion. Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Here we go. Hurt. 18, 5 here. Let go.
Working from the gun, Williams. Has the connection to Odunze. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Putting the tight end in motion. Williams to throw on 1st. Pass caught by Odunze. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears break the tie here in the first. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
Baby.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going play action. He's going deep this time.
Big guy. Sheesh.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of
Sheesh.
downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. That's Gesicki, he's got it. He's got a gain of 6 there. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Ja,
And he's out of
DJ
bounds
ist
right
hier.
at that
Das ist
25-yard
true.
line.
That's a run that you'll take.
Also mein Glück und sein Pech ist, dass Walker raus ist.
But it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Das hat schon big.
That'll do
Aber
it for
DK,
one
ich
quarter of
glaube,
this
der hat einfach
NFC
losgerissen,
Divisional
weißt du, was ich
round
meine? Er
matchup.
reißt sich
Neither
doch
side separating much
los.
so far. More from
Spielt
Lumen
einfach ab,
Field in
wie
just
so
a
ein kleines
minute.
Kind. Shit.
About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Here's Ritter.
Oh!
Incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Das Feuer.
And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Will ein Empty raus.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Das ist ein guter.
Ritter setting up to throw.
Whoa, der hält ihn fest. Great.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Great.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Das ist auch
You're not going
stark.
to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Charbonnet.
Boah, ist Holding.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Ja, der lief doch stark. Aber dass er ihn auch festhält, der Verteidiger war halt schon dicht dran, ne? Kann man sagen. Playoffs, baby! Das ist nichts Einfaches. Alles ist hart und kämpfen. So muss das sein. Der wirft auch eine INT und spielt einfach weiter, als wäre nie was passiert. Ich feier diesen Typen wirklich. Der hat richtig Bock.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's down to
Scheiße,
the
okay.
41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You call that
Don't get
first
fined,
down.
my brother.
You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Krieg ich gleich die Bombe?
First down, Williams.
Nee.
On the move,
Weg.
hit it right. And he just hucks this one
That's
away.
it.
Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Keinen Sinn, darauf zu geiern.
Exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Also entweder wird es ein richtig geiler Spielzug oder es so richtig ab, eins oder
They send him left out of the slot. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. He's found some space as he crosses the 45.
Yeah, baby.
He takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7.
Ja, der ist wirklich abnormal.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
Ja, aber nur ganz kurz gedippt.
Here's a return from the
Was machen meine Spieler da?
He's got a
Warum reagieren die nicht? What the fuck? Okay, Fokus.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Ritter.
Nee.
Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Das mit Ritter als Superstars war auch crazy.
Downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So, ich achte auf DK.
2nd and 10 now. Finds Smith and Jigba. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Back to throw now, it's Ritter.
Was ist denn da los? Ey, ich hab so Glück gehabt, ich war gerade so lost. Ich weiß gar nicht, wo ich hinlaufen sollte.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. They are throwing it again.
Oh, was für ein Feind.
Not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob, go!
Throwing it again here.
Yes.
Nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that
one
falls incomplete.
Ich hab bisschen immer so die ganze Zeit.
One alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another
3
alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Dump off caught by his back. And
Actually,
they bring him
that's
down
good.
at the 18-yard line.
That's a defense's goal,
Bigger
right?
fire or
Just
was?
get us to 3rd down so we
Machen
can have
wir
a
jetzt
chance to
hier.
get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here we go, set!
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long.
Picky!
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Picky!
And forget
Picky.
the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. I don't know
Dance
about
on
you,
him,
Brock,
boy.
I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to
Bam,
the
baby.
for 6 on the other side of the board.
Le physical.
Just don't really believe it's happening. ready to tell he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, then you're just powerless.
No.
Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick
Get
six as
that
it's
weak
sent
shit
away.
out of here.
Starting from the 5.
Jetzt nicht locker lassen. Jetzt nicht locker lassen.
Just inside the
Jetzt
25
zeigt
on the
sich's.
return.
Hat er die Moral aber zurückzukommen? Jetzt zeigt sich. Okay. Und Play. Nein. Ganz ruhig. Ganz ruhig.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception.
Oh shit!
Connect on the deep shot.
Ah, der Typ, der ist crazy.
There it is. Touchdown,
Den
Seahawks.
hat er nicht gekriegt.
The Seahawks make it a one-score game in the first half.
Der ist tough as fuck.
McLaurin with the touchdown.
Den juckt's gar nicht. Der kommt einfach raus, wirft die Teile jetzt fest.
The
Nix.
Seahawks cut the lead in half. It's down to
Der
7.
ist sick. Sick, Motherfucker. Ey.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return
Ey,
as
wie
this
das
bounces through the end
erstmal
zone
aufeinander
for a
getroffen sind,
touchback.
wird aussehen. Krass. Wow.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Gott.
Lone back gets the handoff.
Oh. Scoop.
Oh, stiff
Scoop.
ball. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
A rookie.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ich hab mir aber Bock auf eine verdammte tiefe Bombe. Schauen wir mal.
1st down throw by Williams. Toward the sideline, and he's got
Get
it.
the fuck out of me.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Ja, hat einer mal Bock, den zu blocken? Oder?
Nothing there. They don't pick up
Sinnlos
anything
heute.
there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete.
Bitte Arno, Grüße gehen raus.
Chicago. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
This defense wieder hier.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Ritter.
Niemand weglassen soll.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Ritter.
Ey, was ist denn da los?
On the sideline. It's a 31-yard play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You know, Okay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Lions.
Wieder hin.
Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25.
Wo ist der hingelaufen?
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go.
Ritter to throw. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it.
Ah, der geht so nicht. Ach,
Headed the other way.
der geht nie
And
wieder
they
zurück.
limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Der geht safe wieder
You're
zurück.
using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of
Yeah,
2
let's
minutes and a
save
half,
down.
but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own.
Here we go.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Ritter looking to throw. The throw is caught. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Dropping back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense
Was
got
macht
to
er?
him. That's an incomplete pass.
Über seine Punkte. Safe
He
geht er
needed another
dafür.
second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here's Charbonnet.
Wow.
Stopped at the 3-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he sails that one over the end zone. Thought he
Kann man nicht reviewen.
down there. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Forward.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Out of the pistol, Williams. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Lays out left side and gets it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Looking to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. Buys time, rolling right. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Echt eine harte Nuss.
So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He gets this one to McLaurin. Hits some space around midfield. Terry McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch
Down
of
hat
the
er
game.
nicht berührt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Williams on the play action. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he'll get it up to the 44. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one hits for 30. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure. You're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
Running back sent in motion left. Williams to throw on first. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Jerome Baker has it.
Mistake.
Their own 30 before they're stopped. And that is where they're going to take over after the interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there. And then
Ärgerlich.
And he's down after
Egal, weiter geht's.
41. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
2nd and 10 now. Caught by his back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and short. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. The Seahawks have it, facing a deficit. We could be witnessing the end of their playoff run. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Ritter. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Play action on first down. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Let's go.
From the 22 on second down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks bring it back to even. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Completed to his running back. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Williams from the gun. Forced out to his right. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Still sticking with the passing game. He's got it at the 6. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough,
wenn ihr überlegt,
offense delivers.
seit Tag 1, wer mich kennt, wie ich gespielt habe, damals, defensiv immer so schlecht wie damals agiert, aber offensiv.
Fielded at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return.
Egal wie das ausgeht. Wir beide haben uns richtig hart gekämpft. Egal wie es ausgeht.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set go.
Another carry for Charbonnet. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Dienste.
Dragon 60. Ready?
He'll throw it. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hits him on the out route.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go.
From the 42. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Third down, 1 yard to go.
19 target.
Charbonnet now up the middle. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Less than a yard needed here on fourth.
Smash, smash. Stephanie. Cowboy 80.
Again, it's Charbonnet. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. A give now from the gun. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Go.
On 1st down, this is Charbonnet. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Go.
He'll look to throw it. Finds Smith and Jigba. He has room past the 25. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Come 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
I'm a different breed now. Fucking GG. Fucking GG.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Gonna be a victory for the Bears as they drop to a knee here.
Wo ist Delano?
Stop the clock now if they choose.
Schwitzt da die ganze Zeit. Wo? Wo?
If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in.
Jetzt
Just as that
17-0 gehen. Es juckt einfach niemand werden, wenn du Playoffs bist. Es steht 10-6-1. Wenn die Playoffs kommen, ist es egal, wie viel du gewonnen hast. Es ist so egal. Danke, Jungs, fürs Zuschauen.
So the Bears take this
Bock
one on the
gemacht.
road.
Ich hoffe, ihr hattet
They
auch
pulled off
Spaß.
the rare and elusive road win in the postseason. This means their journey stays alive another week as they head to the
Bis zum nächsten Mal,
conference
Jungs.
championship, where they're going to get a shot to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl.